Alright guys, time for another anime video.
Quit speaking that fake ass Japanese shit. Nani? Say Nani again!
This one's going to be about the anime called Vinland Saga and how it explores the brutal realities of war in the Middle Ages, specifically how it pertains to the Vikings. Let me start this off by saying Vinland Saga is probably one of, if not the best period piece anime there is. I mean, I don't even like medieval shows like that, I've just never been into them honestly, but it's interesting how Vinland Saga stays accurate to the time it's trying to portray. I mean, it really goes into Nordic culture and how people were living in that time period. The whole anime is basically about the character Thorfinn, which is probably one of the coolest anime protagonists named, by the way, leaving his hometown when his dad gets killed by a mercenary named Askeladd. How do you pronounce that? Askeladd? Askeladd. It's probably not that hard of a name to pronounce, I just can't pronounce it. That's hilarious. They literally say his name in the show all the time, I just can't pronounce it.
Stop Askeladd!
Askeladd. Oh, Askeladd.
Askeladd.
He swears to kill Askeladd in the name of revenge, but he then becomes a Viking himself, or what the show calls them, warriors. But Vikings aren't really these swole cool guys that we're used to. In the anime, they're basically bloodthirsty murderers that pillage the villages that they go to. They're not idolized, they're actually scrutinized. For me, it was something different because I'm used to the Vikings being the good guys. Throughout the series, it shows the straight up brutality of war in the medieval times. This includes, but not limited to, burning villages, murdering innocent people, and keeping prisoners of war as slaves. It's fun for the whole family. While watching it all unfold, you can't help but ask, what's the point of all the violence? The show portrays realistically what really happens during wartime. It takes a toll on both the victims and the ones who cause the violence. As time goes on for Thorfinn, he gets progressively worse as time goes by. He commits these acts of violence himself to innocent people, something that he comes to terms with in season 2. He gets so invested in revenge that he misses the whole point of what made his dad a pacifist in the first place. After finally being able to fight Askeladd, he laughs at Thorfinn for not understanding how wrong he is for looking for revenge. That instead, he's actively continuing the cycle of violence. Throughout the anime, its characters deal with PTSD and trauma, while the Vikings idolize murder. This is what kept the Dark Ages in a constant loop of stagnation. Education and curiosity weren't able to flourish because people were too busy fighting or surviving. This is especially apparent in season 2 when Thorfinn really confronts his inner demons and atones for his sins. He starts hallucinating all the innocent people that he's killed. He vows for a life of peace because of the horrors of war that he's seen and what war is capable of. Overall, Vinland Saga does so well what I haven't seen any other anime do before, which is to show war in a way that's not glamorized, and its impact on individuals and society as a whole. It's survival of the fittest in its truest form. Whoever has the strongest army commands an entire area, and the weak are unfortunately made into slaves. You might just be born unlucky and live life as a slave, or get your village pillaged, or there might be a coup, and the government you're working for before is overthrown and you'll get persecuted. It forces a viewer to reflect on the cost of war and the importance of seeking peaceful solutions.